It's NBA action on EA Sports. I'm Ed Cohen. Great to be joined by Jay Williams for what should be a terrific matchup here tonight. We're at Moda Center in downtown Portland, Oregon. Tonight, it's the Portland Trailblazers taking on the Houston Rockets. To P.J. Tucker. McCollum with the basketball. He'll run the offense. Lillard defended by Tucker. And that'll be out of bounds. Last touch by a Blazer. Rockets have the ball. Westbrook. Great feed. Harden. Short jumper. Won't fall.
That's how you do it. You stay in his pocket and you never give him any space at all. You make him smell you every single possession.
To McCollum. Jay, how does Portland bounce back from the disappointment losing in 4 to New Orleans last year?
Well, you need your stars to shine the brightest in the biggest moments, and we did not see that from their 2 stars in that first-round series against the Pelicans. So these 2 stars need to be great and great all the time.
Harden. To Westbrook. Come up, but he'll still run right through you.
It's the way he... one possession at a time. First it's your arm, then it's your leg, and then inevitably it's your soul.
To McCollum. Fires the 3. He engulfed him that time. Westbrook with the basketball. Leads 1. And he'll go to the foul line.
Trust me, you want to avoid early foul trouble. Take that one as a warning.
Russell Westbrook. Couple of free throws on the way. A career 81% free throw shooter. First one, count it. And gets both to drop at the line. Portland's got it. Lillard to McCollum. Whiteside. Knocks it down off the step back.
I don't know what halftime evaluation will be worse, the ankles or the bruised ego.
Westbrook into the front court. His team up by 1. Nothing going here on that drive. Russell Westbrook steps into it. Well defended. Shot no good. If it was anyone else, they'd be back on the bench for taking that shot.
Ed, the game is so different. In today's NBA, defenders are longer, quicker, and more athletic than we've ever seen before. So offensively, as a shooter, you either have to be able to create more space off the dribble for your shot or have a much faster release. Ideally, you have both in your arsenal.
That's off the side of the rim, short. Bazemore against Gordon. Leads just a point. Westbrook to Harden. Russell Westbrook, defended by Lillard. Trying to cash in. Deep 2 there, won't go.
I just love where this takes you into the psychological battle as a player offensively. Was that a great contest, or did you just miss the shot? But now you have me thinking about that the entire next possession.
Lillard. D's got it. Damian Lillard missed his first. That one goes.
Even though the coach... And
Portland got it.
I'm not sure that wasn't an offensive foul. but take it when you can get it.
Now the Rockets will use a timeout as they'll talk things over in what's now a 4-point game.
Section 1.1 and brace your bid. Don't miss your chance at some excellent memorabilia.
Looks like both teams are making substitutions.
Number 5, Rodney Wood. Into the game for Houston, number 23, Ben McLeod.
Oh, Russell Westbrook. 2-4 now. The inner beast of Westbrook. Sheer determination.
I don't think anybody got the license plate or not hit and run. And there is no one, I repeat, no one in the game of basketball with the first step in the explosion of Russell Westbrook.
And he throws it down. Big finish for Hassan Whiteside.
And no emotion, just that ice-cold stare. That's a sign of somebody who's here to compete.
Curling inside. Ouch. Doesn't look good here. Mike D'Antoni going to make some changes. Injuries can be tough. Let's hope he's all right.
Guys like Gary Payton would always take ones early like this all the time. Number 1, to see if they'll get caught. And number 2, to leave a little mark on you to remind you that they'll be on you all game long.
To the line, shooting 2.
The Blazers secure the opening tip, and we're underway in Portland. Lillard. To McCollum. Has a chance. McCollum with a shot, no good.
And that's next level defense. The defender took away the pocket space of the shooter. Now, as a shooter, they shoot hundreds of shots each and every day from that pocket with consistency. Now you force them to change the angle or the positioning of that pocket. You're going to lower the chances of them making that shot.
Lillard picked up by Westbrook. Too much contact, and free throws coming.
There's a very fine line between maximum effort and carelessness. I'm willing to live with a few mistakes and maximal effort than having to constantly remind my players to close out.
First free throw is good. No back-to-back free throws here. He missed the second. Rockets in control of the basketball. Russell Westbrook against the former first-rounder. McCollum to Whiteside, and watch him do the rest. Slam dunk.
You never want to leave anything to chance when you attack the rim. You finish strong every time you head home.
Harden in possession. They're down 3. Nothing going here on that drive. To Capella. And the rebound comes down to Portland. Lillard against the former MVP. Clint Capella knocked away. It's getting dangerous down there.
Ed, I hated getting my shot blocked like that, but I did like getting the ball right back.
McCollum. Portland has 4 to shoot. Damian Lillard. Shot by Lillard, no good. Westbrook with it. Down 3. Going to launch beyond the arc. That's off the side of the rim, short. Oh, the touch at the rim. Count it.
I've seen him float so much on the perimeter, I forgot he even had that kind of physical presence. Good to see him beating up on people down low again.
It's James Harden once again. Here comes the screen. Gordon sizing up Collins. To Westbrook.
Right.
Oh, bad pass there. Blazers have it. And counted at the rim.
There you go. I like seeing the scoring coming from unlikely sources.
Westbrook across the timeline. Right now, down 7. Harden in a matchup with Collins. Westbrook to Harden. Has a look. Count the basket. He's feeling good. Defense has to get him out of his comfort zone. The challenge defending a guy who can be a 1 or a 2.
We're not old men talking about this game. We don't define players by positions anymore. Is he a 1 or is he a 2? No, he's James Harden. He is a scorer and an elite passer.
Nothing going here on that drive. To Westbrook. Tucker. Kent Bazemore with the block.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
Lillard picked up by Westbrook. To McCollum. Ah, the monster stuff. Where did that come from?
It's like he got in an elevator and went to floor 8. And Ed, I have to say something, okay? 6'3", 6 feet, 5'11", those aren't small guys. In the big scheme of things, they're pretty tall compared to the average person in public.
I feel like you're speaking from experience.
Everyday experience, my friend. Every day.
And he's going to the free throw line.
It's still early, so no real impact on that call. But you know that they're going to call this one tight, so you might want to keep your hands out of his pocket.
James Harden at the line for 2 shots. A career 85% free throw shooter. Nope, first one does not go.
Substitutions.
Second one goes. It's a 1 of 2 trip. McCollum into the front court. Up 6 to Anthony. To McCollum. Nothing going here on that drive. McCollum. That's no good.
The contest was good, but you being a nuisance was great. Continue to be that gnat that no matter how many times you swing at it, it never goes away.
Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a 3-point play.
And I know there's so much excitement about the play, but everybody looks at the player. More people need to pay attention to the guy at the end of the bench, the strength and conditioning coach, because this kid's been putting in the time and effort every day in the weight room.
P.J. Tucker trying to cash in on a 3-point play. A career 74% free throw shooter. Free throw is good to cap off the 3-point play. And the lead is down to 3. It's Portland ball.
I got ball. I got this.
Lillard to Nurkic. Sizing up the defense. Deep left corner to McCollum. Fires the 3. And the rebound comes down to the Rockets. Rivers with the basketball. He'll run the offense. To Harden. Here comes the screen. Harden against the Lehigh product. To Rivers. Beyond the arc for 3. It's no good. Shots not going down.
Hands up. 2 minutes.
Lillard to Nurkic. Anthony. Off the mark.
Hey, switch. I got him.
Short jumper won't go down.
Misses happen. Don't put your head down. Let that motivate you in the defensive end. Use it for something positive.
To McCollum. Tyson Chandler able to recover with the block. Rivers into the front court. Looking to make something happen. From the outside, no good. Lillard matched up with Rivers. Work it down to Nurkic. Oh, Yusuf Nurkic missed his first. That one goes.
Look, there was barely any contact on that last play. I agree with the ref's no call. Let him play.
Oh, highlight moves. Tough to pull off with the defender all over you. And he scores. Euro step into the rim, Jay.
I'm telling you right now, with moves like that, scoring is not going to be an issue tonight.
We'll get a stoppage here. Timeout Portland as they'll discuss matters in what's now a 3-point game. Both teams tweaking their lineups. Here come some changes. Hood to Anthony. Here's a chance from long range, and Carmelo Anthony, zero hesitation as he knocks down the three.
Great shot by the offense, but the defense, you can't afford to collapse off that penetration. I'd rather a team take a tough 2 than a wide open 3.
Off the assist.
Another possession they were forced to take a tough shot. This time they got it to go, but they need to do something different to start creating more open look opportunities.
Hood to Anthony. To Rodney Hood. Just inside the arc, at the buzzer, we played one at Moda Center with the Trailblazers on top. Jay and I back with more after this. It's NBA Monday on EA Sports. Jay, 1 quarter down. Both sides getting a feel for where this game is going.
I really like what I'm seeing. Both teams look engaged. There's some trash talking going on the court. I think this has a making to be a big-time game.
Hassan Whiteside snatching it out of the air.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
Lillard guarded by Russell Westbrook. Whiteside to Lillard, and that'll be out of bounds. Last touch by a Blazer. Houston takes over. Probing the defense. Westbrook. Trying to cash in. Wide open look, won't go.
You see, Ed, this is where coaches get fired. It's great to have good offensive sets, but if you can't execute, then the play was a failure.
Here comes the screen. Lillard to Rodney Hood. Lets it fly from long range. Rodney Hood couldn't get open. Misses the shot.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
Lillard matched up with Nene. D's got it. Damian Lillard, 2 of 4 now.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere.
Here comes the screen. Russell Westbrook, defended by Lillard. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. That's off the side of the rim, no good.
And there's always so much talk about defense. How about offensively? If you continue to attack that shooter, now you're making him work on the defensive end. That makes him take his legs away on the offensive end.
Gets it in the left corner. 4-3. That's off the side of the rim, short. Westbrook into the front court. Down 6. Easy pad to the rim.
That's a strong finish. Regardless of contact, finishing strong is key.
Lillard.
That's his first personal foul.
Scalabrine has got 2 shots coming. For his career, 76% from the line. And he connects on the first free throw.
Number 15, entering the game for the Portland Trailblazers.
Able to convert on both free throws. Here's Westbrook controlling the offense. Nene. To Westbrook. A pass stolen by Portland.
Come on, let's dig in. Let's really build this lead.
Ben McLemore with a piece.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
Westbrook with the basketball. Now down 6. A drive down the lane, but the shot won't go down. He's on the deck. Great sacrifice. And there's the whistle. Neither player giving up an inch. We have a tie-up. Time to shuffle things up. The official's ready. Let's see who can take the jump. Oh, with the foul. And a chance coming up at the line.
Love the fact that the shooter created contact on the upward motion to shoot the basketball. Big time play.
James Harden, couple of free throws on the way. Shooting 50%, some yes, some no, in this contest. And hits the first free throw. Goes 2 for 2 at the line. Portland has the ball. Labissiere picked up by Westbrook. Harden with the basketball. Down 4. Gordon matched up with Tolliver. To Westbrook. 5 on the shot clock. Yusuf Nurkic tips it. Out of bounds the call. Last touch by Yusuf Nurkic. Terry Stotts has turned to his bench. It's Westbrook. Deep 2 there. Won't go.
It's easy. Force guys into low percentage shots. That's the reason why we're big into stats. It was all provided to you before the game in the scouting report.
McCollum guarded by Clint Capella. For 3, and C.J. McCollum knocks down a wide open look.
It's all about creating space with the dribble. Once you have that gap, you can beat somebody in a variety of ways. He chose the dagger with the 3.
Harden. Russell Westbrook, defended by McCollum. Has a chance. Shot by Westbrook, won't go. Trailblazers take over. Lillard to Ken Bazemore. McCollum against Westbrook. To Ken Bazemore. The Blazers with 4 in the shot clock. Dame rises. D's got it. Damian Lillard. He's 3 of 5. 60% shooting from the field.
It seems like yesterday I was rapping with this kid during the NBA pre-draft workout. He looked scrawny. Nobody knew if he could really make it. But the arrow continues to point straight up for Dame Lillard. Another terrific season. A first-time All-NBA first-team player. Tied for 4th in the league in scoring last year. This kid is no doubt about it. Dame time.
Split the D there, but he can't get it to drop. To Harden. And throws it down.
If you didn't dunk that, then we would have to talk about it.
You're on the island now. Here we go. I got ball.
Lillard guarded by Russell Westbrook. Russell Westbrook sends it away.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
Trailblazers with the basketball. Right through the heart of the defense. The layup is good.
I 100% guarantee you that was not the play call, but a bucket is a bucket.
We get a whistle and a timeout for Houston as they'll take a moment to go over things here in the second quarter. Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor. Harden matched up with Lillard.
For the Portland Blazers, number 21.
Nene. Gordon sizing up a column. No good. No daylight. Great defense.
That's how you do it. You keep riding him to the basket, and if the refs aren't calling it, keep being physical. Keep knocking him off balance.
Hey, watch this screen.
McCollum against Tucker. Nice pace. Sets it up and slams it down.
I mean, with so much talk these days about three-point shooting and the spacing on the court and having versatile athletic wings, sometimes when you have a dominant big man, you keep giving him the ball. You let him be that anomaly.
Oh, bad pass there. Blazers have it. Slam dunk.
Well, they have such great flow to their offense this evening. The ball isn't sticking to one player individually. It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
Here comes the screen. He was hacked. They let it go. Time expires to end the first half with the Blazers in a comfortable spot.
It's Jalen Rose, and I've got your EA Sports halftime report. The Trailblazers absolutely dominated the competition in the first half. It was their playmaking, the way they gave each other scoring opportunities. That really impresses me. I love seeing unselfish basketball like that. Have a look at the leading scorers for the Portland Trailblazers. The Rockets have yet to appear after one half of basketball. There isn't enough time to get into all of their problems, but I'll tell you this, they need to try to get better. These are the guys getting buckets for the Houston Rockets.
Game track. Field goals.
As long as there's time left on the game clock, no lead is truly safe. They just have to be ready to seize every opportunity in the second half.
Player of the half.
Damian Lillard has already put together a pretty nice highlight reel for himself, and that's just after one half of basketball. He did a lot of scoring, and it probably won't stop anytime soon.
Who was cold?
Forget cold. This guy will be happy to be lukewarm at this point. He can't seem to get anything going. Here are the top plays from the opening half.
Number 2. Number 1.
And with that, I'm sending it back to Ed and Jay to bring you the rest of the game.
Portland's got it.
I told you the screen was coming.
Lillard to Whiteside. Clint Capella pins it.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
Knocks it down from mid-range.
And it's so deflating for the defense when you pick up right exactly where you left off at halftime. That's the kind of energy you need.
To P.J. Tucker. Here comes the screen. Gordon in a matchup with Collins. Two-point shot for James Harden. James Harden, 4 out of 7.
The one thing we know for certain in this league, it doesn't matter how big the margin is, you can always put together a run and get back in this one.
lot of contact on that play. He plays through it and scores.
And a lot of folks last year, including myself, were surprised that Dame was named first-team All-NBA ahead of Russell Westbrook. Look, I love Dame's game, but come on, man. Russ averaged a triple-double for the second season in a row. Stop it.
To Capella. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
Old school equals high percentage.
It's Portland ball to McCollum. Has a look. C.J. McCollum. He's 3 for 7.
Man, if we were at Rucker Park right now, everybody would be wilding on the court. Guarantee it.
To Westbrook. Here comes the screen. Trying to cash in. Off the mark. Well contested.
I got him. Here we go.
Lillard to Whiteside. With a drop step. How you practice leads to that. Nice pump fake.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
Harden with it up top. Down a bundle. To Westbrook. Driving right to the basket. James Harden. With that shot, he's 5 for 8.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
McCollum matched up with Harden. Nothing going here on that drive. McCollum to Lillard. Portland down to 4 to shoot. Lillard. Well defended.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Harden. They work it to Capella. Down low with a drop step. And look out. Big finish at the rim. Jay, let's see if that's a sign for him.
Well, he's been pretty much non-existent the first 3 quarters, but when you have a play like that, that can get the juices going, and that can help you with your offensive rhythm.
Good. Off a spin.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. He needs to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
It's Rockets ball. Russell Westbrook sizing up the all-star Lillard.
Screen coming left.
Harden to Westbrook.
Ankle check right here.
To P.J. Tucker. Shot from in close, no good. The follow won't go either. Another follow, still no good.
Ed, the game is so different. In today's NBA, defenders are longer, quicker, and more athletic than we've ever seen before. So offensively, as a shooter, you either have to be able to create more space off the dribble for your shot or have a much faster release. Ideally, you have both in your arsenal.
And he throws it down. Big finish for Hassan Whiteside.
You never want to leave anything to chance when you attack the rim. You finish strong every time you head home.
To Harden. The screen sets him up for 2.
I remember my high school coach said 1 man can't beat 5. Well, I'm telling you right now, he lied. I'm watching it happen in person.
McCollum. Harden's on him. Fires the 3. A tough make there for C.J. McCollum. Can't fault the defender on that one.
Well, that change is inevitable. And one of the things that continues to fascinate me about this game, usually when you see a good three-point shooting team, their shoulders are square to the basket. That's no longer the case in today's game. These guys are off balance, they're moving different ways, yet they still have extreme shot-making ability.
We have both squads set to make some moves right now.
Substitutions. Houston.
Harden to Capella.
League, Dame with an assist to CJ is something we hear all the time. No, we actually don't. We should probably hear a lot more of that.
Austin Rivers to Harden. Rockets with 4 to shoot. Harden. He was all over him.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
McCollum defended by Rivers. Tyson Chandler rejects it.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
And he's fouled. A couple of free throws coming up, Jay.
Sometimes when you get up big, you get a little careless. But attention to detail through the end, that's how you avoid unnecessary fouls.
First one goes down.
For the Trailblazers, number 7.
Goes 2 for 2. McCollum with the basketball. His guys holding the big lead. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
Ed, you ever bail out of something at the last second? That's what I saw right there from the defender. We call that no man's land. They weren't really committed to getting out of the way, committing a hard foul, or taking the brunt of the contact.
C.J. McCollum at the line for a chance at a three-point play. A career 84% free throw shooter. Free throw good to cap off the three-point play as they continue to open things up here in the third quarter. Harden in possession. They can get a 2 for 1 if they hurry. To Westbrook. To Harden.
Screen come on, he left.
Has a chance. It's good.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
McCollum into the front court. Shot clock turned off as they try to extend the lead. Has a look. Shot by McCollum won't go. He'll put it up at the buzzer, and he buries it. There's the buzzer. 3 quarters complete with the Blazers in a comfortable spot. It'll be Rockets basketball here as we start the fourth quarter. And they're not totally out of it just yet, but you'd have to say they have lots of work to do to get back in this game.
They probably have to put together some kind of 10-0 run to get back in this ballgame, but this is when an opportunity has a chance to become magical. I've been part of it, and I've seen it happen so many different times. Just because a team has been dominating you the last couple of quarters doesn't mean that you can't start believing in yourself, that you can do anything you want to do on the court at any given time. You watch, once you start to believe, you'll get back in this game.
Gets it to go. Someone clearly missed their rotation.
You know, it reminds me, Ed, of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
Gets it in the right corner. To Harden.
Watch that back door.
Just off the mark. McCollum with the basketball. The lead is 15. To Anthony. McCollum against Westbrook. Shot clock violation. Some lineup changes now for both clubs.
Into the game for the Houston Rockets, number 25, Austin Rivers. Entering the game for the Portland Blazers.
Rivers, defended by McCollum.
Screen on your right. On your right.
From long range. And that's rebounded by Portland. Portland has the ball. McCollum to Whiteside. Probing the defense. Tolliver against Chandler. Screen coming. Hood to McCollum. Going to launch beyond the arc. Textbook defense. To Rivers. Deep left corner. They've slowed down the pace. Now 3 on the shot clock. To Rivers. Fires the 3. Defense was ready. Tough shot for Austin Rivers. McCollum into the front court. His guys up by 15. A pass taken away by the Rockets.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will.
He was all over him. Missed the shot. No free throws. The follow won't go either. The follow won't go either. Hood to McCollum. Spins and scores.
We got to tell our producer in the truck, you got to tag that highlight.
Now the Rockets will use a timeout as they'll talk things over here in this fourth quarter.
If you would like to participate in an upcoming event, you can register at our team website for more details.
Changes coming from both sides right now.
Substitutions, Houston.
Gordon matched up with Carmelo Anthony.
Screen coming, screen coming. Oh, yeah, easy, easy.
To P.J. Tucker. Rivers picked up by Carmelo Anthony. Capella down low. Yusuf Nurkic sends it away. Trailblazers take over.
You know why? I don't see anybody on the defensive end standing up out of position. I see everybody squatted down, really active with their hands. That's the mentality that will lead you to where you want to go.
To Rivers. Tucker sizing up Nurkic. He shoots. Oh, off the mark.
Misses happen. Don't put your head down. Let that motivate you on the defensive end. Use it for something positive.
And he's fouled. He's going to the line for 2. Kent Bazemore at the line for 2 shots. 71% for his career. Knocks down the first.
Subbing in for the Houston Rockets, number 13, James Harden. Into the game for the...
And he makes them both. Harden has it up the floor. Screen coming. To Harden. Shot clock to 4 for Houston. Harden gets it down to Capella. And a throwdown.
That's the intensity you need to see. Whenever a player running back on defense after a dunk like that holds the inside of his forearm, it lets you know how hard he dunked that basketball.
Lillard here against Harden. Tucker with a shot that won't go.
We call some of these players practice players. You know, the guys that make 5 out of 10 shots in practice, but then all of a sudden they're not gamers because then they're making 1 of 10. That's exactly what you want him to do. You want him to take those kind of shots.
Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
Might have had an extra dribble or 2 there, but he got the shot he wanted.
Harden into the front court. Down a bundle. To P.J. Tucker. Beyond the arc for 3. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
Ed, let me tell you how this one goes. It ain't no fun if the homies can't have some. Everyone's getting a piece of the rock tonight.
Lillard matched up with Harden. Short jumper won't fall.
And you have to remember that your hand is part of the ball. There wasn't enough contact on that play for the refs to blow the whistle.
To P.J. Tucker.
Screen.
Harden guarded by Nurkic.
Hey, back door, watch that back door. Hands off.
Unbothered by the defense as he drills it.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here because that was not an easy look.
Now the Blazers will use a timeout as they'll make sure they're all on the same page here in the 4th quarter. Time to adjust. Both coaches making changes on the floor.
Into the game for the Portland Trailblazers.
Lillard guarded by Russell Westbrook. Short jumper won't go down.
It's easy. Force guys into low percentage shots. That's the reason why we're big into stats. It was all provided to you before the game in the scouting report.
Screen coming. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
Hey, double screen.
Lillard for 2. Shot by Lillard, no good. Harden in possession. The deficit now up to 12.
Got him.
It's Westbrook. No good. It's the Trailblazers who get the victory as they win this one handily. That does it. For my partner Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. As we say, so long, everyone.
is Jalen Rose, and it's time for the EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Trailblazers put together a nice win here today. And some people may disagree, but I think their ball movement was the biggest key to their victory. Still, I think we'd all agree that they made the defense look slow and confused throughout this matchup. The Rockets couldn't put it together to get the victory here today. And even though some of them smiled and shook hands with the other guys after the game, you could tell by the way they headed to the tunnels how disappointed they were about this loss. Here are the guys who put up the most points for the Houston Rockets.
Game traffic. Points in the paint.
The Houston Rockets were simply unable to avoid being soft on defense when the ball went inside the paint. Why they couldn't rotate properly, I don't know. They simply got outworked in this matchup. Overall, they struggled the most with it in the first half.
Player of the game.
McCollum gets the award for the most obvious reason, and that's his scoring output. He couldn't be stopped, and it was incredible to watch.
Who was cold?
What can you say about a guy like this? Except that he fits the title of this segment. He was definitely cold in this game. Here we go with the top plays.
Number 2. Number 1.
On behalf of ESPN on EA Sports, I'm Jalen Rose. We look forward to seeing you again next time.